Hey everyone, this is Borvok here with another Ramble review, this time covering Batman number 46, The Gift, on the Run. I guess The Gift is the storyline. I wish it said what part it was, but it doesn't. But it's On the Run is the title, On the Run from the Future. And we've got, this is part two, by the way, part two of The Gift, I believe. Again, Batman number 46. And I had to pick this up. I picked up the previous issue, 45, and I really wasn't sure what I thought about it. But I wanted to see where it went. So we've got Batman with a gun here. We've got Booster Gold. And we've got Catwoman here. And you've got Catwoman. She looks almost like a Batman Return. She's got like a stitched together leather outfit. She looks really nice. The art's really nice. So I had to pick that up. That's an interesting reference. But that being said, we'll jump right in, see what we think about it. So this issue takes place a year after the previous issue, which the previous issue, um, Booster Gold, well, a year later, we've got an explosion here. And Booster Gold is breaking Catwoman out of prison, apparently. Or maybe this is Arkham. I'm not sure. Is this Arkham? It's hard. Yes. They've got Arkham. It's hard. You can't really read it, but that's the Arkham arches in front of the building. But Booster Gold basically went back in time because he's from the future, and he's even in the current era of superheroes because he traveled back there. So he traveled back even further and stopped Batman's parents from getting killed as a way of, creating an alternate timeline in which Bruce Wayne would realize that his life was not better if his parents hadn't died. He would see all the horrible things that happened without Batman, and he would basically, I guess they would go back in time and allow his parents to die again, so that would reset things back to the way they were, and Batman would have a newfound understanding and appreciation for life as it is, instead of always thinking that things would have been better. That was the idea, but Booster Gold did that, and he created the alternate timeline. He went and found Bruce Wayne in the alternate timeline and was about to set things back to the way they were. And Bruce Wayne shot and killed Skeets, which is Booster Gold's robot, and basically kept that time travel from being able to happen. So now they're stuck in this timeline. Booster Gold is trying to figure out how to fix it. I like that this is since this is a year later. You've got Booster Gold with a beard. I am partial to beards. I have one myself, but that's not why. I just think it's cool showing the passage of time. He's a little ragged, a little gruff, a little rough around the edges from just the time. But he's breaking into free Catwoman. She's in a straitjacket. She's apparently a serial killer in this world line, but she's still really pretty. I don't know how she stays that pretty in prison, but maybe she's just naturally that pretty. Or maybe they give her special haircuts and makeup treatment, in her straitjacket. But Bruce Wayne is talking to his dad, and they're talking about everything they tried to do. They couldn't get Gotham City. They couldn't get peace in Gotham City. There's a bunch of bad things happening. We found in the previous issue there were jokers running around the city, causing trouble, killing people. Jason Todd has a tire company that creates tires that zap and kill jokers if they try to steal your tires, which is kind of goofy. But I mean, it's lethal, but it's kind of a goofy idea that sort of thing would make sense in this universe. But Bruce Wayne's dad is Thomas Wayne is really upset that things aren't going well in Gotham City, no matter what they do, and he actually falls down of a heart attack after all the stress. And Bruce Wayne is really only worried about, he doesn't care about the world outside. He only cares about his inner world. He cares about his inner circle. His dad, his mom, and Alfred is all he cares about. So his dad falls over with a heart attack. He does care about that. That gets his attention. Well, we go forward, and Booster Gold is explaining to Catwoman that basically he thinks he can fix the problems. I was going to skip this page, but she's just too pretty. Look at that. That's so pretty. He says he's going to get Catwoman to meet with Batman, and then they'll realize that they're supposed to be together, but they can't be together in this reality, so they have to go back and change the reality back to the way it should be so they can be together. Because this is all happening within the context. This is Booster Gold's wedding gift to Bruce Wayne, to Batman, is showing him that this alternate timeline is not better, but it's not working out so well. He says he needs to get Catwoman and Batman to meet cute. I had to look that up. That's apparently like a film term or a screenwriting term. It's the first time a couple meets. It's a silly term, I guess, but it exists. So he's explaining to her what they're going to go meet Bruce Wayne, and that's going to fix everything. And he says, but maybe it's not going to work unless I get you into a bunch of leather. Which, I mean, maybe he's right about that. Oh, she has blue eyes. She and Bruce Wayne both have blue eyes, don't they? They're so pretty. I mean, other eye colors are pretty too, of course, but he just stands out in that panel. So Bruce Wayne is praying that his dad will make it through in the church. That's a kind of touching scene. And Booster Gold is talking about how he is not good at sewing, which is what's going to give us this nice reference here to Batman Returns. Which, unfortunately, I'm going to destroy my geek cred by saying I've never seen it. So you guys can mock me in the comment section if you want. You know what? I might have. Now that I saw. You know what? I don't know. Is it? I hope this is from Batman Returns, where she had this stitched up suit. Otherwise, I'm gonna sound even sillier. Let me know if I'm wrong. But he's saying he's not good at sewing. He would have Ted Kord do it for him. But in this universe, Ted Kord is dead because there's no Batman. And without Batman, there's no tactician in the Justice League. Or at very least, no Batman in the Justice League, actually. So they got killed. So he's going to do the best sewing job. He says all this stuff about, the Justice League is destroyed and Ted Kord is dead. And basically that just means that I had to do the sewing myself. So kind of some silly levity, irreverence, I guess, is appropriate for at least Tom King's interpretation of Booster Gold. But there we get to this big one page spread, and if you ask me, this comic is worth it just for this. I mean, look at that. You could frame that. Look how pretty that is. This looks like concept art for Batman Returns or something. And Catwoman, all she says in this entire issue is meow. Look at that. I mean, not just her, but look at that background and the moon and the bats and the smog. It just makes Gotham City feel like a really old city with just a personality of its own, and the smog and the smoke and the buildings and the brick, and you can almost feel the drafts going through the buildings. One of the Arkham games did a really good job of portraying that too. The Batman Arkham Origins, you could walk through those buildings and you felt cold. It was took place during the Christmas holidays, and just the way they textured the buildings and everything, you could feel the draft coming through the old buildings even while playing the game. But I mean, Selena Kyle isn't so bad herself here. We go to we'll skip past a little bit of this, but basically Bruce and his mom, Bruce and his mom Martha are in the doctor's office, and they're told that Thomas Wayne did recover. So Catwoman's with Booster Gold, and they're going to go meet Batman. They're going to meet cute, I guess, but someone wants to kill her. She smokes in this, I guess. Don't smoke. It's bad for you. It's not good for your voice either. But she's getting a cigarette, and someone starts shooting her up. That's a nice panel. Look at that. She says meow, and she jumps off the sill, and just the bullets flying past her, and that's ting 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 ting. You can see the bullets hitting off the rails there. Very nice action scene. I don't think she could survive, but apparently whoever's shooting her is a stormtrooper. Booster Gold puts up his sci-fi shield, and the shooter is Batman, so it's Batman the Stormtrooper. Silly Dick Grayson Batman, alternate universe Stormtrooper. So Booster Gold and Catwoman escape, and they're just gonna, instead of he says he wanted the two, her and Batman to meet on a rooftop, because that just seemed like a very Batman Catwoman thing to do. But instead, he's going to take her straight to Wayne Manor, and she likes that idea. And look at her lips. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Just drawn very well, drawn very, very attractively. And I like Booster Gold's facial hair too. What's Booster Gold's real name? Is his name Booster Gold? I don't know. I should find out sometime. Is she wearing lip gloss too? I mean, seriously. She was in a straitjacket. Who's getting her this lip gloss and lipstick and makeup and haircut and all that stuff? So Bruce Wayne, we cut to Wayne Manor. Bruce Wayne and his dad Thomas are talking about. Bruce Wayne is just fine with everything in the world. He says he has his dad back. He has Alfred back. The world can. He doesn't care about the outside world again. He cares if his dad and his mom and Alfred are okay. His world is perfect. His world is perfect. The world outside might not be, but his is, and that's all he cares about. And you just see that smile of contentedness as he sniffs his coffee. But that's about to change. Booster Gold breaks in, and he says, "Hey, lover meet lover. This is Catwoman. You're supposed to marry her." Alfred gets up and tries to protect them, and she slashes his throat, I guess. So that is not something Booster Gold was expecting, Catwoman to slash Alfred's throat, and he's not sure what to do about that. Does he? He doesn't have blue eyes, too, does he? Why am I noticing eyes all of a sudden? It must just be the art here is so expressive, so many close-ups with the eyes. So Thomas gets up to try to protect Bruce from Catwoman. She's licking the blood off of her fingers, and she attacks Thomas Wayne, and she gets shot by Batman, who is again Dick Grayson in this version. So it's just a killing spree, killing fest here. Batman's gonna kill Booster Gold too, because again, as we found out in the previous issue, superheroes are turning into jokers, and he's going to kill any superhero in Gotham to avoid them becoming a joker. I'm going to skip this part. There's a really gruesome panel down here with Catwoman, at least gruesome in my opinion. Catwoman slicing off Batman's fingers and hitting the gun away. So everyone's basically dying. I'm going to skip that. Bruce gets the gun and he shoots Batman. Everyone's killing everyone. And you get here in Batman standing alone around the bodies of basically everyone involved. Catwoman, his mom, his dad, and Booster Gold. And Booster Gold is saying, he's saying, "I did it. I think this will set everything right again," which I don't know. Booster Gold, you can't time travel anymore without Skeets, so I don't know how this sets things right again. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see in next issue. I probably will get the next issue just to see how this all wraps up. There's a story in the back here about the unexpected. I do want to pick up the one, like the DC. Oh, what are these? Sideways looked pretty good. I'm not sure about that. The Terrifics I want to pick up because it almost looks like they're going for a DC's Fantastic Four. You've got basically Mr. Fantastic. You've got the Thing. I don't know, maybe the similarities end there, aside from there being four. I don't think whoever she is can turn invisible, and I don't think Mr. Terrific has fire powers. I don't know, maybe I didn't think that one all the way through. But I am interested in looking that up. That's Plastic Man. But as far as the main story, again, it's interesting enough to me to pick up the next issue. It's a little unnecessarily gruesome, I think. You don't have to have, fingers slicing off like sausages and stuff like that. It gets a little gratuitous at some point. There's a point where, in my opinion, you have to tell a story, and there are some stories that can only be told properly as mature stories. But I think a lot of stories are unnecessarily aged up to where you're actually limiting your audience more than you need to, and I think that might be the case a little bit here with just the extra gratuity with the violence. But I don't know, good art. Almost worth it for Selena Kyle. She's a psychopath in this version, a serial killer. But I mean, that panel, if I can find it again, I'm gonna obsess over that panel. There we go. That's just such a nice panel. Just if you don't like this book, just take out this panel, just take out this page and just frame it and throw the rest of the book away. But I don't know. It's an interesting story. I won't give it a hearty recommendation again, but I'll give it a... You have to offend me pretty bad for me to really, really not recommend something. This is a... Yeah, you know, I don't know. Think for yourself. If you liked what you saw in this video, go read it for yourself. Read it page by page, word by word, panel by panel. Let me know what you think about it based on this video, or if you read it yourself. If I skipped something important, or you have any thoughts, either agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. And I guess that's all I have to say here. I'll talk to you guys later. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.